Alright, we're out in the garage today. I put some new lights on the tractor and I just want to show you what the problem is. Basically, when you have the snowblower up in the air and you're traveling, the headlights on the tractor are blocked by the snowblower. So you can see out here, you can see on the door how you can't really see the light on the door, but on the back side of the snowblower it's lit up really well. So when you're snow blowing with the snowblower down, then it's not much of an issue. You can see it doesn't block as much of the light. However, it's still an issue when you're trying to see at night and you got to pick it up and move around. So that's why I've put some new lights on the tractor. So if you want to see how these things work, then stick around. Okay, so basically my problem has been seeing forward. So I'm going to start with this top light and I'll show you what I did. I built this plate right here. You can see the shape of it real well if you're looking up on the ceiling. It kind of narrows in the front and it's wider in the back. And that's what I have mounted the whole light on up there. The light itself is a 12-inch light. It's made by NiLights. It has 6 LEDs on the outside here and here that act as a flood, and 12 in the middle that are a spot. So you can see the difference isn't anything to do with the LED, it's to do with the cone itself. You can see both cones right here, one smooth, one is like steps in it to help disperse the light. So 72 watts total, and 12 in the middle are spot, and 6 on each side are flood. The aluminum housing is nice and sturdy. You know, check these lights out. There's other videos people have done doing reviews on them. They'll go more in depth on everything, but basically these mounting blocks have a locking Allen bolt right inside here, and you can loosen it and slide the whole light back and forth. Comes with that block, comes with this mounting hardware and everything you need, even the bolts. These 2 bolts right here I replaced with bolts of my own because I just wanted this smooth head to be there to keep everything looking a little bit cleaner. And I might end up mounting something else up here later, I don't know. So basically this plate is held on by these 4 carriage bolts, and this plate here, it's the bottom for a U-bolt, a 3-inch U-bolt that's square. And I just chose to use carriage bolts because, again, it just keeps it cleaner up here and holds the head, because underneath here you've got that square on the bottom, and that it fits right in the slot perfect. So I think it just keeps everything a lot neater. And underneath these plates here, I have some material under there, and also underneath this mounting plate, I put material that I normally use in my rollaway toolbox. The bottom of the drawers, you would coat it with it. So it's not, it won't absorb any water, and I just put it in between there so it wouldn't be vibrating and have metal on metal vibrating. Keep it quieter, keep it neater, and it wouldn't be chafing and causing rust. So let me get around here and show you how I wired it. This is the wire coming out. Basically, right around in here, that wire ended on the light, so I spliced my own wire into it and put my own chafing gear on and brought it down and ran it right down through this crack in the ROPS. This crack is from, well, it's for if you want to fold your ROPS back. You would pull this pin out, fold it down, and put the pin in here. Now, I've got no reason to fold it back ever. I have never folded it back. I have had it removed, and my brother had an accident. He actually rolled the tractor, and that caused me to put mine back on. It's there for a purpose. And so I'm never going to take this off. So the wiring is run down through the ROPS. And that's the access right there that I went through because I didn't want to drill any holes in the ROPS. This pin that I told you would normally go in here, that's the hole that I used for these little lights here. Now these reverse lights or backup lights or work lights behind you, they're made by NiLights, and they are the 4-inch ones, and they're 18 watt. And the bulbs in here are the smooth ones, so that means that it's a spot, which probably should have gone with the flood back here, but it lights it up. That's getting nitpicking there. There's so much light, it's unbelievable. The mounting hardware that these things come with, I'm shaking the whole tractor by that light. I mean, I can break this off if I got crazy. There are good, sturdy mounting points on there. So 2 of these backup lights, I've got them, work lights, I've got them pointing out a little bit to each side, and that lights up the back area pretty well. That's it. So obviously it's still light outside, but I'll hit this on real quick. First, these are that's the stock lights. I'll leave them on, and here you go with these. Okay, so you get the idea. It's nothing compared to the stock. I mean, the stock is nothing compared to the new ones. So basically my plan is tonight, I'll take this outside when it's dark, and I'll show you it with the stock headlights. Snowblower up, snowblower down, and then I'll hit these on, and it doesn't matter what is up or down then. So, all right, that brings us to the wiring. I did buy a wiring harness. When I bought these 3 lights, I ordered these 2 they came with a wiring harness. I ordered that set with a wiring harness. Now, what I did is I knew that on a normal vehicle, you're mounting these lights normally up in the front. And so you have your battery and everything towards the front, and you just need enough wire to run your switch the distance to get inside the vehicle. So there was plenty of wire on that wiring harness to run to get to here. And the wiring for the lights, it was plenty to get about somewhere right in here in the tractor. So what I did is my battery and the tractor's in the front. I just brought those wires off the battery, and they're tucked inside there, inside of some anti-chafing stuff that you would use for wires. And they actually come right down through here. You can see that's it right there. And so it's all tucked and ran, comes all the way back through there, up through all this stuff, which I had to remove, which it's not too hard on this Mahindra. You just start out removing these 2, and once you do that, you can fold this rubber up, and it's kind of self-explanatory. As you get going along, it's like a puzzle. You see the next piece that you have to take out. You'll end up taking this out, which means popping the rubber out of here and getting to the bolts. You have more bolts on the inside to access to pull that out. This has to come off. So it's quite a bit of work to keep it clean and mount it how it's supposed to be done, but that's what I ended up doing. So when I did all the wiring harness, I had to splice in someone here, like I was telling you. So spliced that in, ran it back here. So I have power coming in right here. I left all these wires right here that I can access them. If I want to add more lights, add a beacon or something like that, that's my little mess right there for now. So once I get everything done and they're tested and they've proven themselves, then I'll neaten that bundle up a little bit and cut some of the slack off from it. I wanted the wiring going to the back to be separate from anything else on the tractor, so that's why I didn't jump off on the back lights here. I do have some wires under here. I can't remember, this one here is actually labeled. I can't see it anymore, but that was run back here for something. That might even have been some type of work light. I can't remember what the label said on it, but anyways, that's the wiring. That's how I did it. All 3 lights off from one switch, and I've got no complaints. It came with, bam, right here. Came with some decent instructions, so it was very easy to follow. The switches, everything was labeled just how you need it. I ended up just putting another set of wires in here to go to another lamp. That's what they call it, a lamp. So, you know, I'm happy with these lights and how they installed and how bright they are. And I'll show them to you tonight. You can see what I mean by the shadows with that up. So you can see with the snowblower down, I don't have any issue. I can see fairly well with those lights. With the snowblower up, there goes everything. Those lights there, I don't have a problem at all. Perfect.